Hey guys, it's Rashia Nicole, and welcome to Mindset Monday. So, as you can see, I might be coming to you a little bit different today. Well, as you may or may not be able to see, I'm coming to you a little bit different today. I wanted to pre-record our session just so I could get some things done. It has been a great Monday, but a long Monday. So I wanted to make sure I came to you anyway tonight with Mindset Monday. I had something that was on my heart, and I really, really, really wanted to push it out to you today. So I am here. So if you don't see me talking back and forth with you in the comments, it's just because it's pre-recorded. And I will still respond to all of your comments, questions, and all of that good jazz. But I wanted to make sure I came to you today. So welcome to Mindset Monday, guys. I am going to go ahead and just dig on into what I want to talk about today. As I was trying to figure out what I want to talk about and just researching all the different topics that I could talk about today, something popped up in my head, and it really stuck with me. And it was intentionality and being intentional. And I'm like, okay, in what ways are we being intentional? What ways can I talk about being intentional? Because I think a lot of times we think we're doing it and we're not doing it, or we intend to do it and then we just let other stuff get in the way and we don't do it. But just talking about the power of being intentional, I'm gonna hit you with just a few different topics or little tips on how being intentional can help you and how it can help improve your life. So that's what we're going to get into today. And I want to reintroduce myself for the people who don't know me. My name is Rashia Nicole, and I am about all things self-esteem. So I love helping people feel good about themselves. I love helping people find that aha moment. I love helping people get to the point of self-discovery. Like, that is what I do. I have been mentoring, coaching, motivational speaking for about 19 years now, and I just absolutely love what I do. One of my favorite days of the week is Monday. So I love Mondays because Mondays give a fresh start. I love fresh starts. I love starting things new. Like, it's just, it's a breath of fresh air. So that's where the theme of Mindset Mondays came from. I want to help you start off your week on a positive beat, on a positive note, whatever I can do, whatever I can say that'll help, just give you that push for a Monday. I am here for it. So that's what we do here at Mindset Monday. We talk good stuff, we talk positive stuff, we talk real stuff, stuff that'll help you, and just topics that'll really help you change your mind and get you thinking. Even if it's not, completely life altering, that one thing that we might talk about might spark something in you, or spark that's something in someone that's around you that could really help. So that's what I'm here for. So thank you for joining me. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for your likes, your comments, your shares. Thank you for the people who join me every week. Like, that does not go unnoticed. And I really appreciate your love. I appreciate you standing here and talking with me and staying in the game with me. So today, we are talking about being intentional and what it means to be intentional and what it looks like. We're also talking about the benefits that it has over your life. So when you think about being intentional, what do you think about? For me, when I think about being intentional, I'm a planner. So I want to plan everything out to the T. I want to know, so if 1 + 1 = 2, great, I got 2. Now what am I going to do with this 2? Am I going to split it up, or am I going to do something else with this 2? Or am I going to double it and make it 4? Like, so for me, when I think about being intentional, that's what I'm doing. I am planning, I am organizing, I am laying all those things out, just so I can see what's going on. And a part that is what being intentional is about. It is really setting that clear vision for yourself, so you know where you're going, so you can see your goals. So it's really goal setting, so you can have that clear vision. But in addition to goal setting, so you can see that clear vision, it's also execution. So the benefits of being intentional, I have 3 of them for you. 1, it is helping you create that clear vision, which is a goal setting. It is 2, helping with the execution of your goal. So that's goal execution. And number 3, it changes your mindset and it creates a more positive mindset for you. So when you have a goal, when you have something in mind, you can easily see it, then you can plan for it, then you can execute it, and then you get the positive results. So it gives you what? positive mindset. I don't know if you guys have seen it or not. So on Netflix, Arnold Schwarzenegger has a documentary, and I would have never thought to watch it. Right, I was working one day here in my office, and me and my husband, we literally work side by side. I wanted something on in the background as I worked. How we like music and movies and stuff just playing in the background for all my work from home people. So I had this documentary playing in the background, and I decided to cut on Arnold Schwarzenegger's documentary because he's somebody that I wouldn't normally watch. But I was very, very interested to see how a bodybuilder made it to become a politician. So just listening to him and listening to his story, I don't know what his political party affiliation and all that was. That wasn't my concern. My concern was I want to get into the mindset of you. What is it in you that helps you build your body up to the way that it looked? Then you went from being a bodybuilder to being a movie star, and then from being a movie star to being a politician. Like, what? So I watched his documentary, and what I learned from Arnold watching that documentary, he is very competitive. And he does not like to hear no. He likes to plan. He likes to make sure he wins in any situation. So the way he grew up, his father had him and his brother compete against each other a lot. He gave the example of picking flowers for their mom on Mother's Day, right? So he would pick flowers. His brother would go pick flowers, and then his father would say, okay, well, who picked the best flowers, and he'll pick a winner. So he kind of got from an early age this winner's mentality in his head, like, I have to win, I have to win, I have to compete. But he said something in the midst of, his bodybuilding career, because when he got into bodybuilding, he was really in the army. He was supposed to be, fighting in the army, but he had gotten into bodybuilding and he had saw what he could do to his body. He saw, what was it? I think it was the Incredible Hulk. Was it the Incredible Hulk? It was another. No. It was Conan. I think it was like Conan the O'Brien, something like that, like a He-Man or something like that he saw. And he wanted to mimic his body after him. So when he saw it, like, man, if this guy can do it, I can do it. So that's when he started building his body. But in the midst of building his body and, getting big and building his muscles, he had the vision to win Mr. Universe. And so he wanted to win this contest so bad. And I wrote down this quote that he said because it made a lot of sense. He said, it's not a dream. Forget the dream. What are you going to do with the dream? You have to have clear vision. When you visualize something, you can clearly believe that you can 100% get there. And when he said it, and mind you, if you watch this documentary, I'm warning you right now, Arnold Schwarzenegger drops the F-bomb a lot. So when I said forget the dream, he really said F the dream, okay? But he said, it's not a dream, F a dream. What you going to do with a dream? You have to have clear vision. So that part really stuck out to me because even in my speaking career, I talk to people about having, a dream and how to execute your dream. And essentially he's right though. Like, what are you going to do with the dream? You do need a vision. And then I'm going to add to it, in addition to vision, you need a plan that goes with this vision. Because we can have these dreams and we can have these goals and we can have these visions all we want. But until we're intentional about executing these dreams and executing these plans, then that's all they are. It's just a dream. You don't do anything with it. So that brings us back to being intentional. What ways can we be more intentional? What ways can we make sure that we're executing our plans? What ways can we make sure we're executing our dreams? So we can have that positive mindset. I'll tell you, once I set a goal, or once there's a goal set and you actually achieve that goal, there's a level of confidence that comes with it, because it's more than just like a little check mark. It is like, like, I did this. An example that I'll give, and I'll really show it to you as well. It's on my desk. So since I've been in grad school, I have been First of all, I knew I always wanted to have a higher education. I knew I wanted my bachelor's degree, but I knew I wanted to go far beyond that. I have had the dream to get my PhD. I want to be Dr. Rashia, right? So in order to do that, I have to go through, of course, graduate school to do it. And I chose to go the counseling route because I love to mentor. I love to talk to people. I love to help you guys get the self-discovery. So it's natural for me to be a therapist. It's just natural for me. However, in that, I looked at this program and I'm like, I do not want to do a whole nother 4 years of school. I don't have time for that. I need a quick program and I need something that's going, get it in and get out. But one of the things that I did when I enrolled in school, I took a sheet of paper because I needed this time to go by. And what I did on this sheet of paper, you will see like the words done, 4.0, all that. Thank God. God is good. Okay. So what this sheet of paper is, these are all of my classes that I have completed. And then here are the ones that I still are left to complete. So when I first enrolled in school, I wrote down all the classes that I had and each semester how I wrote them down. So for the first semester, I literally took one class. Spring 23, I took two. Summer 23, I took two. Fall 23, I took two. So I broke it down like that. And after each course, after I get done, I write the words done with a smiley face and something next to it. So I needed that visual representation of what my plan was, because I know that I have the dream to be Dr. Rashia Nicole. However, in order to get to Dr. Rashia Nicole, I have to be Rashia Nicole LPC, which is licensed professional counselor. So I need to get to that point first. And in order for me to get to Rashia Nicole LPC, guess what? I got to complete all of these classes that are on this sheet of paper. So I look at it like that. So when I'm talking about being intentional, one of the first things that can help you become more intentional is writing it down. Whatever the vision is, what we say, write it down and make it plain. That's what you got to do. Write that vision down, really make it plain so you can see what it is that you need to do. Because we know we can look at it all day long and say, I want to do this. I want to be a millionaire. I want to own my own business. I want to be a better wife. I want to be a better student. I want to be a better friend. But these are great goals to have, right? But until we write down the vision for the goal or the plan for the goal, is literally just a dream or goal. So step number one, write it down. Write down what your goals are. Write down what the vision is. So once you write down what the vision is, then you can start working on the execution for that vision. So for instance, here we go. Just give you another example. So now the vision is written down. Here's the execution. Now all I got to do between November 27th and February 18th is to complete those 10 weeks of assignments, make sure I turn in everything on time, be intentional about it. Making sure I do it no matter what. So writing it down. The second part to it too is you have to believe that you are worthy of this vision and this goal. So imposter syndrome, I went to a Forbes BOK event today. And we talked about imposter syndrome and basically, and I've talked about it on this channel before too, talking about imposter syndrome and how you might feel like, yeah, even though I know this is what I'm supposed to do, I don't feel like I'm worthy enough to do it. Well, wait a minute. You can have a vision, you can write down the vision, but if you don't think that you're worthy enough of this vision, you're going to start to do things that pause and hold you back from executing your vision. So in addition to writing it down and making it plain, now you have to actually believe that you can do it. Because if you don't believe that you can do it, you're right. You can't do it. So whether you believe you can or you believe you can't, you're absolutely right. But if you do wholeheartedly believe in yourself and you do wholeheartedly believe in your vision, you can absolutely do it. It doesn't matter who else doesn't believe in you. If it's your friends don't get it, your family don't get it, that's okay. But as long as you get the vision, that's all that really matters. So you want to make sure that you can truly see that vision for yourself? Are you confident in that vision for yourself? So when you're confident in that vision for yourself, nothing can get in the way, because at that point you got tunnel vision. Okay, so you've written it down, you wrote down your execution. Now the only thing that you can see is the end of the road on that. So you are making sure that you do the things that you need to do to get to the end of the road. But when you aren't that confident and you kind of maybe suffer from imposter syndrome, you might kind of veer and look to your right or look to your left, and you're like, ugh, it looks scary over there, or ooh, they're doing better than me and they're doing the same thing that I want to do. No, forget all that, because nobody can do what you do how you do it. So if it is a vision that you have for yourself, write it down, make it plain, let's execute. Being intentional. Just bringing it full circle. You have to be intentional about it. So again, when you are intentional about what it is that you're doing, you're believing in yourself and what you can do and what you want to do, all you have to do is just execute at that point. Write it down and execute. When you are confident about what it is that you're doing, also, you're not going to let other people get in your way either. Because other people can have the tendency to talk you right out of your dream. Or when you're looking on other people's paper, you're trying to see what other people are doing, that can give you the tendency to literally walk you right away from what it is that you're trying to do. So make sure you write it down. Make sure you write your plan down. Make sure you are confident in what your plan is and go right on ahead and execute. Start checking those boxes off. Look at it 1 minute at a time, 1 day at a time. Everybody gets 24 hours. You get the next 24 hours. What are you going to do with it? That's completely and solely 1000% up to you. What you going to do with it? When I have people who come to me and they say, Rashia, I'm struggling with doing X. I've had students, especially college students, come to me like, listen, I'm struggling with this physics class and I don't know if I'm gonna make it. All right. This physics class is standing between you and the place that you want to be. Are you going to let these 10 weeks stop what can truly be your future? Are you going to let this one professor get in the way of what it is that you want to do for the rest of your life? Now, let me tell you, I'm in the counseling program. I recently just took multicultural counseling. There were some things in that class that I just morally just don't believe in, right? However, guess what? I had papers to write. I had discussion questions to answer, and I am not going to let my personal feelings on how I feel get in the way of me getting this A and moving on to the next class so I can get this degree so I can make it to who? Dr. Rashida. Do you get what I'm saying? So we sometimes let the distractions take us off of the road. But no, we got to get back and say, hey, we got to be intentional about this journey here. Yes, this part of this journey sucks. No, I don't agree with what this professor just said. Yes, this event just happened and kind of threw me off a little bit. What are you going to do with it? You know, we can pivot. It's okay to pivot, but make sure you keep the main thing, and stay intentional about achieving your goals. Just life just has its way of knocking us off and pushing us down a little bit and beating us up a little bit. That's going to happen, because I would be crazy to sit up here and make it seem like, oh, life never happens and you just get up and dust yourself off. No, sometimes we get knocked down, and sometimes we get knocked down on our butt hard, but that's okay, because you really can get up, you regroup, even if you need to look at your vision again. Dang, how can I rework this vision to make it work? What do I need to do to make sure that I still meet my goal? Sometimes we have to alter it. I've seen a meme before, and it has like all these squiggly lines on one side, and it was just like, and then on the other side, it's like one straight line. And on the side with the straight line, it'll say what people think success looks like. And then the side with all the squiggly lines says what success really looks like. Real talk, success really does look like squiggly lines all over the paper, because we might have a plan that looks like a straight line, but baby, when life comes at us fast, we are definitely going to get that squiggly line. But guess what? You're still going to get to your journey as long as you don't stop. As long as you don't stop, as long as you stay in the game, as long as you stay in the fight and you stay intentional about what your goals are, you're going to get there. Weight loss is another intentional thing that I can talk about. I have seen the difference of me being intentional with my weight loss and not being intentional. Not being intentional with my weight loss made me fail every single time. But when I started being intentional about it, I was just like, okay, I got it. So had I not been intentional, I would have never got weight loss surgery to begin with. Like I knew I had to do it because I'm like, my goal, I needed to lose for my health. I needed to lose 100 pounds or more. I needed to. Like, it didn't just like, oh, it's just what I want to do. No, I needed to in order to be healthy, in order to be here for my son, in order to have a better life. I needed to lose that weight. So in order to do it, what's the plan? So at first my plan was, oh, we just gonna eat right and work out. Yeah, that wasn't working out. That wasn't working out because that time of the month came and baby, I was eating Snickers and chips and doing all the things. And now I know I'm back off the wagon, not going to the gym. And it was a repeat cycle over and over and over and over again. I was stuck in obesity. So what I had to do, I had to pivot. I'm like, listen, this plan that I had is not working. However, the goal is still there. I'm still confident in this goal. I know that I can get there. How do I need to pivot my plan in order to get to my goal? All right, doc, let's have a conversation. Am I a good candidate for weight loss surgery? Absolutely, you are. All right, cool. I got a new plan now. We're going to ball that one up, throw it out. And now we're going to go with this new plan. But guess what? The plan still goes toward what the goal was. So I say all that to say, when you're being intentional, you can write down the vision, you can have the plan, just be flexible enough to know that the plan may have to change. However, that doesn't mean that your goals have to change. That doesn't mean that you have to pivot away from what you truly believe in your heart that you wanted, or that you truly believe in your heart that you could do. So make sure you just stay attached to the goal. Figure out what the goal is, write your goals down, figure out an execution plan for those goals. And then the other bonus tip that I really want to add to is we a lot of times want to do things on our own. We want to do things by ourselves. And we think that, oh, I'm out, can't nobody help me but me. I'm gonna get there on my own. I'm gonna do it on my own. You can't. You can't do everything on your own. Sometimes we need help. Sometimes we need to get with other people who have been there before us. It doesn't make you stupid. It doesn't make you weak. It doesn't make any of that for you. All it does is say, hey, I asked for help. There's nothing wrong with asking for help. Getting a mentor, there's nothing wrong with having a mentor. For some odd reason, people think mentors are only for like young people. No, mentors are for older people, honestly, not even older people. Anybody can have a mentor of all ages. You can have a mentor. That's what I do. I mentor, yes, teenage girls, young adult girls, but at the same time, older women as well. Everybody needs some help from somebody. If it's someone who has gone through something before you, reach out, get the help. There's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that at all. So don't think you have to do it all on your own, because you absolutely do not. You're actually more successful when you do reach out and get help from other people. There's power in numbers. You never know what you can learn from somebody. So for sure, make sure you reach out, get help from someone so you can go ahead and achieve your goals. You do not have to sit there on your own and do that on your own. You really can achieve it with the help of someone, and that is completely fine. And that's how you make connections too, because it's not always what you know, it's who you know. Okay. So I just wanted to come to you guys really quickly today, like I said, and just put a little word of intentionality on your plate today on this Monday. So it is Monday. We are starting off the week strong, being intentional. So what is it that you want to get done this week? What is it that you want to get done before the end of the year? Do you have a plan for it? Make the plan for it. Write it down. If your plan, that leads me to my next part. If your plan is to join my masterclass in January, I am happy to have you. Please make sure you go on rashianicole.com and you can go ahead and click on the link on the page. You'll see it where it'll have my masterclasses. Go right ahead and click on the link, or you can click on shop, and then you can go ahead and register for the masterclass. I'm only taking a few people into this class. I want to say I'm capping my class out between 8 and I might take 10. And the reason that I'm doing such a small course is because I really want this to be intimate. I really want this to be healing for you. And I don't think at this time I want to conduct a huge class for people. God is just speaking to me, and I want it to be, and I think He wants it to be too, very intimate, very small. So you can really get what you want out of my master class. So what we're doing is we're talking about healing the inner child, so the grown person in you can be successful. Like really going in and talking about those things that hurt that you don't talk to anybody else about, but really going in and figuring out how to hug that 10-year-old you so that 30-year-old you knows it's okay. We're also talking about finances, how to get our money together, budgeting 101. Because I'll tell you, I wanted to add a finance component to my master class because a lot of times we'll go in and we'll talk about self-esteem, we'll talk about healing the inner child, we'll talk about relationships, we'll talk about all these things. But one of the things that plagues us a lot, especially in the African American community, is money. We are doing all these things with our money and we don't have budgets every month. Our credit scores are in the low 600s. Like, seriously, like we are suffering financially and we have to figure out a way to get out of the hole. So I am teaching about credit scores. I am teaching about budgeting. I'm teaching about how to pull your credit score out of the dumps, how to actually budget and what it looks like, how to invest your money. So those are things that we are talking about. And I can't tell you where to go because that's just illegal. I can't tell you how to invest your money as far as like, put your money here or there, but just like the benefits of investing and how we can use compound interest to create wealth, not just get rich, because when you rich, that means that you have to consistently work in order to stay rich. We're talking about wealth, that money that creates itself while you're asleep. That's what we're talking about. So masterclass is a combination of physical healing, spiritual healing, and financial healing as well. I wanted to add that component into the class. So that is what Master Her class is. And that HER stands for Healed, Empowered, and Renewed. And then the other class that I'm doing is a foundations course. So this course is for my 18 to 25-year-olds who really are just starting out and they need the foundations of life. So how do I budget my bills? How do I, like, what is the real true difference between a savings account and a checking account and my 401k that my job keeps offering me? I don't know what this is. How to handle bill pay, how to handle like all of the things that are foundational for you. How do I buy my first car? How do I get my first apartment? Is it the right time for me right now? So those are some of the things that we are going over in the foundations course. So if you know somebody that is young that needs that, please get them signed up. I am only taking a limited number of people in that course too. You sign up at RashiaNicole.com. So make sure you do that. Make sure you get signed up. I would love to have you in my course. I think it's going to be phenomenal. I'm working on a reception for that course too, because I not only want to see your faces online, and I not only want to give you the course online, I want for us to be able to get together in person after the course is done and kind of do a reception for all of us and a little meet and greet there. So I think that will be great. And I just can't wait to really help. And I just can't wait just to see what you guys do in these master classes. It's going to be awesome. So make sure you get signed up on the website, guys. All right. So that is my Mindset Monday. Again, thank you for joining me. Look, I was intentional and I pre-planned this recording. So I want to make sure I got it over to you. I thank you and I appreciate you guys for being here. And I'll talk to you soon.